close is he to a title shot in sharing the ring with Bud Crawford?
I don't know, but Vergil, you know, he's right there. You know, he's right there. You know, he's been proven that he belongs with the top fighters in the division. And, you know, who knows, a couple of fights or next fight or whatever the case may be, he might be sharing the ring with Terence Crawford. You never know.
Victory, you know, he just beat Canelo, you know, the face of boxing, so which that makes Canelo, I mean, that makes Crawford the face of boxing at the moment. And he earned the right to fight whoever he want to fight.
In Terence, if you come to 154, is there a chance? Was that the conversation you had?
Basically, I just said, hey, are you going to defend it? And he said, no, that's my last fight at the Canelo. I'm like, okay.
Terence Crawford responded to Vergil Ortiz's call-out by showing respect for him. He said Ortiz is a talented fighter who's proving himself more and more with every match. Crawford praised Ortiz's rise and said he definitely has what it takes to compete at the top level. When asked if he'd accept the challenge, Crawford just smiled and said the future is uncertain.
Message now to Terence Crawford.
I'm here whenever. I'm ready to fight whenever. I'm here to fight anybody. I don't care if it's Crawford, Spence, Pack.
Vergil Ortiz called out Terence Crawford, saying his goal is to face the best fighters in boxing. He explained that challenges like Crawford push him to improve and prove himself among the elite. Feeling confident after moving up to 154 pounds, Ortiz made it clear that he wants to fight big names next.
I'm here to fight the best. I don't care who it is. It can be Luke's next, it can be Spence next, it could be Crawford next if he's still willing to do it. Because, you know, that's a fight that I've been calling for a while. I think that's a great fight to make happen still. And we're just going to keep doing what I do best.
Vergil Ortiz spoke with full confidence, saying that even if Terence Crawford were still in his absolute prime, he could beat him. Ortiz said he studies every move Crawford makes and respects everything he's accomplished, but he truly believes in his own power, speed, and timing. To him, confidence isn't arrogance. It's the result of all the hard work he's done since moving up in weight. Many fans saw his statement as bold, considering Crawford's dominance across multiple weight divisions. Still, Ortiz said Crawford isn't unbeatable, and that he can find weaknesses others missed. His words started a big debate among fans and experts about whether the young contender can really challenge someone as experienced and skilled as Crawford.
5 fighters that you would like to fight coming up.
So we got Tim Tszyu, we got Crawford, Spence, or I guess you can say the winner of Spence or Fundora. Charlo's is a good one. Who else we got at 54?
You want to fight Terence Crawford right now?
I would love to fight him, man. I think he's like probably the #1 pound for pound fighter right now.
Do you think he's out of his peak?
No.
Or is he in his peak now?
I think he's in his peak.
And you're saying you could be the peak prime Terence Crawford?
I'm saying I believe that I can.
I respect it 100%.
I believe that I can. No, I respect him as a fighter though. That's the thing. When I want to fight people, it doesn't mean that, oh, I don't like you. Like, let's get it on. It's more like I respect your skills and I want to see if I can beat you.
After Vergil Ortiz defeated Israel Madrimov, fans immediately began comparing his performance to Crawford's fight with the same opponent. Terence Crawford responded by saying that while Ortiz did win, he didn't look dominant. Crawford pointed out that Madrimov didn't seem as sharp or well-conditioned as he had been when they fought. According to Crawford, Madrimov wasn't at his best that night, so Ortiz's win didn't prove much about how he'd perform against an elite fighter like him. His response was calm but confident, reminding everyone that his skills and fight IQ still set him apart from the rest.
He just, you know, he was more prepared for my fight. If you watch him, he was winning the fight, and he gassed out.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He gassed out, and he said from, I don't know what type of sickness he had.
So condition-wise, he wasn't as prepared.
Yeah, that he had to pull out the first fight and come back. I don't know, but Vergil did good. He put a lot of pressure on him and, you know, fought a good fight. But you could tell that he didn't leave unscarred. You know, when you look at the faces of both fighters, you would have thought Vergil lost.
Oh, okay. He did hurt his hand. His knuckle was broken. I don't know if you've seen him, like, the last couple of Vergil.
Yeah.
Ortiz, yeah, he had a broke hand, but he said he didn't know anyway. He didn't feel it throughout the fight.
It was a good fight. I thought Madrimov was doing too much moving, you know, in the beginning rounds, which that was getting him the rounds in the bank, but at the same time, he was exerting too much energy.
How do you feel about when people say, because Eddie Hearn said it, a few people were saying it, that you moved up to 154 and you didn't have the success that you had in all these times. So they're thinking it's because of the weight, when I'm saying it's the style. Majimov wasn't trying to commit as much, and you hurt him, he never hurt you.
Right.
So how do you feel about everybody saying that?
Well, I laugh. I won the fight. They making it seem like I lost.
Well, Eddie was like, no, I think that night in August, he was like, no, I don't know about that. I think, no, Eddie was, I believe Eddie was saying that.
Eddie was complaining about the scorecards. Nobody said Majimov.
Eddie was saying that it was closer than that. Maybe Majimov could have won. Like, he was saying, I think he was. I think he was.
He's trying to get you mad at Eddie.
No.
Terence Crawford's next big move is already confirmed. He's set to fight Carlos Adames on March 28th in Omaha, stepping into the 160-pound division for the first time. Crawford said he plans to stay in this weight class for 1 or 2 fights to chase another title and become a 3-division undisputed champion. Adames is known for his strength and stamina, making him a solid first challenge for Crawford at middleweight. This fight has fans excited, but also wondering if Crawford will ever return to 154 to face fighters like Vergil Ortiz or Jaron "Boots" Ennis. For now, Crawford is focused on adjusting to the new division and proving his skills against naturally bigger opponents. Analysts believe that if he wins these next fights, his legacy as one of boxing's greatest will only grow stronger.
Terence Crawford in their sights because they all understand that Terence Crawford can drop down to middleweight after defeating Canelo in September and becoming the undisputed super middleweight. Terence Crawford can now drop down to middleweight, 160, right? And become undisputed at 160 with 1 to 2 fights. 2 fights max, right? He'll be 39 years old in September. 2 fights, Terence Crawford can become undisputed, max, at 160. He can fight Carlos Adames in March. And then he can fight the winner of Lara versus Janibek in the summertime, August, right? And this gives Terence Crawford the history he needs to 1000% cement himself as, in my opinion, it's all opinionated, but this just cements Terence Crawford as top 5 greatest boxers in history, in my opinion. It cements him as top 5 greatest boxers in history because this will make Terence Crawford a 6-division champion and 4-division undisputed champion. That's what that makes Terence Crawford. That's historic. That's absolutely historic. And if Terence Crawford can pull that off, becoming a 6-division champion and a 4-division undisputed champion, that's massive, right? In my opinion, those accomplishments in the fashion that Terence Crawford wins these fights, he's not just winning. When he beat Errol Spence for undisputed, he dominated and stopped Errol Spence in a manner not many people saw coming. When he fought Canelo Alvarez, he did exactly what I thought he was going to do, dominate that fight, make it look easy.
Vergil Ortiz has wanted to fight Terence Crawford for a long time, but rumors spread that the WBO had offered him the fight twice, and he turned it down. Ortiz later denied those claims, saying he never received an official offer. He said if he had, he would have accepted it immediately. Ortiz expressed frustration that false rumors spread so easily and insisted his team never ducked Crawford. He explained that he respects Crawford's achievements and sees that fight as a career-defining challenge, not something to avoid. His comments helped clear up confusion among fans who thought he had refused the fight. Ortiz said that timing and proper arrangements matter, but his desire to fight Crawford has always been real.
You know, a lot of people wanted to see that fight, you against Terence Crawford. You know, when you was at welterweight, and obviously you couldn't stay at that weight class, but then he moved up. Was there ever a point where the Terence Crawford fight was a reality, like a real offer, like real negotiations going back and forth, or was it never that close?
It was never that close, man. So, you know, I know a lot of people say that the WBO president said that we turned on the fight. I never got an offer. I wouldn't have said no. I would not have. I wanted that fight so bad. I mean, I'm not the type of person to say, oh, I want to fight this guy and keep pushing it and then get the opportunity and say no. There are fighters like that. I'm not like that.
Yeah,
you know,
we believe that.
I would have said yes, but.
What about your trainer, Robert? Have you ever had a conversation with him about the Terence Crawford fight?
More with my dad.
Okay.
More with my dad. You know, there were some days where he'll be like, you beat him if you fight like this, or if you fight like this, you don't beat him. So,
really? Your father really said
he would tell me. No, he tells me the truth. He tells me the truth. If you fight him like this, you beat him. Other days, you're not gonna beat him like this.
You know, you might not remember, but when we had our show, I believe it was called Sweet Scientist at the time with The Zone, and we had you on, and you were one of our first guests, and I asked you about Crawford, and you was like, nah, not yet, I'm not ready. You know, that was humble. No one really speaks like that. Now, you was ready for him maybe about 6 months later, but still you were humble enough to say that. Do you remember that?
I don't.
You know,
no, I don't.
Hell no, you can't.
Jaron Ennis, another top fighter at super welterweight, also said he wants to face Terence Crawford. However, he admitted that after Crawford's win over Canelo Alvarez, the veteran became the face of boxing. So now it's up to Crawford to decide what comes next. Ennis praised Crawford's career, but said he's ready whenever Crawford is. He doesn't chase fights out of desperation, but he knows fighting Crawford would be his chance to prove himself against one of the sport's best technicians. Fans saw his words as both respectful and challenging. After Ortiz's recent win, Ennis entered the ring and the two had a friendly but competitive exchange. That short face-off created instant buzz about a possible matchup between them. Ennis currently holds the WBA super welterweight title and had already hinted at wanting a fight with a big name like Ortiz or Crawford. Seeing Ortiz and Ennis share the ring gave fans hope for a blockbuster fight in 2026. The moment showed that both men know how big their names are becoming, and that they understand fans want to see the best fight the best.
I think this is one of the best American fights that can be made.
For sure.
And with all due respect to everyone else around the world, I think it has to be in America.
For sure.
Right?
It gotta be. I feel like you gotta do this one in the States because everybody wanna see it. Everybody go. I think it's a pay-per-view fight, and I think everybody will pay to see it, or everybody will come out to come see it wherever it's at, whether it's in Vegas, Madison Square Garden, wherever it's at.
What's your obviously you'd love it in Philly, but I don't think it'll be Philly, right?
No, absolutely.
Okay,
it's not gonna be in Philly, yeah.
So where is the ideal spot for it? What deserves to host this fight? Which venue in your opinion?
To me, either anywhere in Vegas, so like a T-Mobile Arena,
yeah,
or maybe go old school MGM.
Oh man, I love the MGM.
Or we can go Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
I think Madison Square Garden would be crazy as well. That'd be historic as well. So either one.
There aren't enough big fights at the big MSG.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the theater.
No, I'm talking about the big one.
Yes,
I'm talking about the big one. That's why I say I always wanted to fight at MSG anyway.
Yeah.
So, I like how it looks in there. It's real.
It's
really
incredible.
nice. When they have fights and stuff in there. So, for me, it would be either T-Mobile Arena or take it back. We can go old MGM, or we can do, Madison Square Garden.
Do you think he would say yes to MSG because that's kind of a home game for you, right? That's so close to Philly.
I mean, I feel like he has a deep fan base.
Yeah.
I feel like all his fans and stuff will come. If it was to be in New York, I feel like they all will come. He got a good fan base. I got a good fan base. I feel like it'll make for a great fight. And who don't want to come to New York?
Oh my God. There was a time where MSG was holding all these big fights, hosting, and now I feel like every couple of years we get. When we got Taylor Serrano, prior to that it was Brooklyn's cool and all, but we got to go back to the Mecca. The Mecca is the best. I would absolutely love that. In your perfect world as well, he fights November 8th.
Yep.
How soon could we get this fight? You obviously didn't get hurt in your fight, I would imagine, right? 72 seconds?
Yeah.
Unless something happened?
I mean, it depends on how his fight go. If he's in a war, maybe we'll see. Maybe April, March, April. If not, if he make quick work of it, who knows? We could be back in there sooner. So it's all for real. It's all up to how him right now, because he's the one that has a fight. Hopefully he doesn't get no no cuts, no broken hands or anything or anything hurt on him. So it's dependent on him at the moment.
The other two options, of course, Sebastian Fundora and I think Xander Zayas.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing is there is some interest from MSG to have you versus Xander Zayas at MSG. Are you hearing this as well?
I'm with whatever. That's what I'm I can't wait.
You want all these guys? I like these options for you.
I'm really about to show y'all. Like I'm about to run through these guys. I'm about to run through these guys and show y'all one by one. Like this 154 really mine, and I'm gonna shut everybody up. I can't wait. I hear the little chatters and all the little.
What do you hear? What's bothering you? What are people saying?
It's just little.
They're questioning you.
They questioning, and it's cool, and I love it. They're not doing nothing but adding fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
And it's gonna make it worse each and every time for whoever's stepping in the ring with me.
Seeing what Terence did not that long ago, did that give you motivation? Because it feels like for the longest time, people were questioning him, doubting him. He wasn't getting the big opportunities, the big fights. Do you see yourself in his journey a little bit as well?
I mean, I